Hi, guys. Taurus, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me again at Kate's Regretless Life. All right, I'm going to shuffle out as I chit-chat with you for just a second to give you guys a couple of quick updates. Obviously, I'm in a Greek mood. I am missing Greece so much. This is Santorini behind me here. And for those of you who are about to ask, I did not get this from a thrift store. You know, typically I buy everything from yard sales and thrift stores, but this I actually got when I was in Greece on a trip a long time ago now, many years ago actually, but it's kind of a treasure of mine. Anyway, I'm thinking a lot about it, Greece and travel and just missing travel and missing friends that I have internationally. And that brings me to something kind of exciting. If you check out the description box, you will see that there is an Instagram link for a good friend of mine in Greece. And he is a wonderful photographer and musician. And very soon you'll see some of his work on my channel because I'm going to be using a couple of his photographs and turning them into backdrops for us. So those of you who are feeling like you miss travel or you just want to go someplace else in your mind, check out his work. He's wonderful and a dear friend. Themios is an amazing person. I've been friends with he and his family for many years. Oh, you guys, what is this? So Taurus, your reading today, your reading is intended to cover the topic of what to prepare for. Oh, and briefly, sorry guys, before I jump on in, we've got all your cards out, but I wanted to not fail to let you know at the tail end of this video, another video will pop up for you if you want to check it out. It's just like a 2-minute clip. This month, September, is a month of Guide Dog Awareness Month. And so I was going to do a card giveaway on a brand new Oracle deck that I just created that is all about my dog. So anyway, if you guys want to, you can go ahead and enter to win a card. I'll announce winners on Friday. And like I said, it's just a 2-minute video clip, but that's called card giveaway. So it's easy to spot, but you can click on it at the end of this video if you want. And I think that's all my news. Oh, and yes, my Etsy store is open again. For those of you who don't know this, I do not sell readings ever, ever, ever. You can't buy a reading from me, but I do make my own Oracle cards and decks. They're sold on my Etsy store. Everything that I sell comes with a free reading, but please know if you choose to do something like that, please, please, please read all of the instructions, a full description, so you know what it is and what it comes with, because everything is a little bit different. So you want to know what it is that you're looking at. Okay, so here we go. Sorry about all the announcements, but I don't want to fail to only tell half of my zodiac signs all the same information. Okay, you guys, Taurus, I feel like somebody's having a big change of heart. Big change of heart. I'm not entirely sure yet. Well, we'll just start one at a time here. So we've got a King of Cups in the upright, but it's as if this person wants to be loving and wonderful now. And perhaps they had been very icy cold, very egotistical, very rude. I almost feel like I want to say that this person, someone had been holding themselves back from happiness, because we've got the 9 of Cups in the reverse, and now we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse. It's as if, I don't know if someone's own stubborn attitude had been making it impossible for them to have the happiness that they should be allowed to have with you. Someone's having like a big change of heart, and this could be a big stunner for you. We got the 4 of Swords. Somebody has needed to heal themselves from something, or maybe they need to heal this with you. But what's interesting is, you know, we've got 2 4s stacked on top of each other. Somebody is releasing their, I'm going to say bad attitude. Somebody is releasing their, whatever their issues had been. I mean, to have 2 4s stacked on top of each other to clarify each other, but the 4 of Swords is on top of what was the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like someone's had to drop ego. And even, you know, in this, he's wearing like a nice fur coat, and, you know, his ships have come in, and this person might have always been holding back from being in like a more loving connection because their mind was always focused on something else that they needed to, I don't even want to say that it was necessarily ego involved, but maybe they had simply put all of their emphasis on the wrong thing in life, like building their image, building their money, building this, building that. And so they always held back emotionally, because maybe sometimes people feel like emotions make them weak. They feel like soft, like, maybe even this person felt, I feel like somebody was chasing the buck. To put it simply, I just feel, Taurus, like somebody was always placing emphasis on the wrong thing. They're setting themselves free from this, though. They're setting themselves free from this. And I mean, again, the same message. This King of Wands should have been really loving, really heart-centered. But in the reverse, this is somebody who's stubborn, who's egotistical, somebody who's going to do what they want to do. Doesn't really matter what you think. Doesn't really matter what how you wish that they would treat you. They're doing what they're doing, and tough luck. And it's like someone is now, they're realizing this has not made them happy. They have not been, I feel like this is someone that you've already been dealing with. Okay. I don't think that this is one of those readings. So this may not be for you, Taurus. If you are saying, well, I'm single, I don't know who you're talking about, then obviously this is not your reading. This would be for some of you that may even still be with this person. This could be a partner that you have, struggled with, tried to like figure out, why can they not open up? Why can they not show me that I matter? What is it about them that they've been denying the happiness that the two of you could have had all along? The thing is, this is so crazy. We've got the Temperance card in the reverse. Oh, we have the Two of Cups underneath it all. For some of you, this could have one other layer to it that's more complicated. It could simply be that this is your twin flame, and the two of you have gone through a phase where, an awakening needed to happen, where somebody needed to grow up. They needed to recognize who you are to them. And they had to first, I feel like they brought this relationship down to its knees. They crumbled this thing. They made a mess of this relationship. So much so that there's no balance, no harmony. And they're finally healing now, just now. They're just now realizing this. Could have been dealing with the Sagittarius. Could have been dealing also with a Cancerian, because we've got the Chariot here, but the Chariot came out in the reverse. We've got a lot of repairing to do here. What it feels like to me is somebody is having a change of heart, that they want to repair this relationship. They don't quite know how to go about doing it. This is a lack of mastering of emotions, but this is also saying, baby, please don't go. I mean, I feel like this is somebody who is about to, I'm asking what to prepare yourself for. Someone who desperately does not want something to be over with you, even though they may have done everything to show you otherwise, to act like, what do you mean? I don't care. What do you mean? I don't want this. What do you mean? This isn't important to me. They might have been ice cold, like I say, egotistical. They might have been, and all the while you kept thinking, why are you fighting something as simple as our happiness? This person finally had it dawn on them as well. Why am I fighting? And I got to ask that, because I don't understand why somebody would have chosen to make such a muck of things when this is a twin flame. Although, you know what they say, twin flame journeys can be just that, right? Where two people that are a wonderful match for each other, they repel and propel each other into phases of healing. And it's usually not always so fun. But this is somebody who, tell me why did this person push away happiness for so long? Why did they push away this happiness? I feel like they pushed away this relationship. Oh my gosh, we have so many cards that just jumped. Now we got a Two of Cups again. One of my all-time favorite Two of Cups cards, by the way. And it's just funny because technically this little cluster hit the board first, and then this one jumped out separately. But this is what my hand touched first to flip it over. So I'm going to start here and say, why did this person push it away? Classic twin flame journey. Two people that are like amazing matches. And it's almost like they were competing against themselves, because maybe every word that you said rang true. And they were like, how dare you tell me all of these things that I already know in my subconscious, but I'm trying to push down. You might have represented a challenge for them, because everything that you said to them was spot on and they knew it. Why? Because you literally are the other half of them. But in this case, it's a little bit like if someone was busy chasing a dollar, you were telling them what they knew all along, which is that's not ever going to make you happy. Us building a connection, spending time together, that's the kind of riches that would make us way happier. And we need money to go around too, but that shouldn't be where your entire focus of life is, or whatever it is that they put in front of the connection. You might have said all this and they knew it, but they still might have been chasing something to make themselves feel, I think that they needed to fill a hole in themselves, perhaps. And I kind of say this because you notice how she's reaching up under his rib cage, holding his heart, and he's pouring his, his thoughts into her. And there's this perfect, like, symbiotic relationship, right? I almost feel like one or the other could read the other one's thoughts. It doesn't have to be the she. This could be, the guys could be feeling this way, or the girls could be feeling this way, or it's a same-sex couple. Anything is possible, right? But in this case, there you are. Taurus, you always show up in your own readings. So we're still on the question of why. Why did they behave this way? Well, we have a Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This is still about somebody needed. It's funny because I feel normally the Four of Pentacles in the reverse would be fabulous, right? Because it's like releasing greed, releasing ourselves from things that don't matter. But in this case, this person might have been trying to run away from, were you really, I'm going to say mature, and you were really good at saying, but all we have to do is manage the money better and it's not going to be an issue. And they decided that you were telling them what to do, bossing them around. You're not the boss of me, like that kind of energy. Sorry, if I say those words, that's a joke in my family, by the way. Anytime one of us, because we're very bossy people in my family, we all tell each other what to do. And so then when we've had enough, we say it in like a 6-year-old's voice to like gently tell the other person, back off now. But we yell, you're not the boss of me. And so that's kind of, I'm applying that to soften this message. But did somebody feel like you were bossing them around so they wanted to run away? I'm not going to listen to you. Every sensible thing that you ever said to this person, did they go and do the exact opposite? Because you're trying to be the boss of me. And if you see, like, this is this big old bridezilla who's dangling this little man right next to the bank. Were there things that you told this person that they didn't want to hear? Two of Wands. They were always like unable to, I feel like this person hunkered down. They wouldn't choose either. I feel like they procrastinated a ton because they wanted you to not be right about the things that you said to them. I don't want to hear what you said, even though I know you're right. So instead, I'm not going to go down the road that you suggested. I'm not going to do what you suggested. I'm going to sit here and not make the decision. So I feel like things got stagnant and stalled out. We've got a Hierophant in the reverse. I mean, they might have kind of broken your heart too here, Taurus, probably a bunch of times. For this to throw you into the upside down, they might have pushed you away so much that you felt really out in the cold. But again, this person did this because they didn't really want to be in a truly harmonious relationship. Not when this person, basically, if you were so similar to them that everything you said was what they already knew. So you were echoing basically maybe what their higher self was trying to tell them. And you could see it really clearly. So here they have the voice in the back of their head that says, no, don't do that. And then you're right in front of them saying, why would you do that? Don't do that. And then they got irritated. And so they wanted to kind of like push away this kind of connection. Because when we're in a big connection, we're going to make concessions, right? Now it is not I choose, it's we choose. It's that, we weigh and measure what we're going to do by communicating with our partner, and we listen to our partner's input, and then together we make a decision. And we're not always going to agree, but still, ideally, we would find a way to make decisions together. This person like pushed away a really solid, I'm going to say, I guess I'll say a solid connection, but I feel like the bigger thing that they were pushing away in this case was your permission to weigh in on things, because everything you weighed in on was what they already knew and what they didn't want to hear. That's what it looks like here. And this person, it's almost like maybe they didn't want you to be right, because we got the Five of Cups, but this Five of Cups is somebody's mind is a maze. This person, it's like they wanted to do things their way, have things work out the way they imagine things should and could work out. But all the while they knew that the more stubborn I am, the more a wonderful opportunity keeps slipping away. But now I'm too stubborn. It's like somebody who will not take direction, so they keep driving the wrong direction for like 3 hours. And it's like, seriously, we know at this point that we're going wrong. Why can't we just turn back around? And this person, they can't even explain why they hunker down and do that. The further away they get from what they wanted, the more confused they are about how to turn the car around and go back. So it's like getting more and more and more lost the further you drive without the correct directions. Now it's like, I don't even know where the heck I am. I feel like they got lost somewhere out in the woods. But the thing is, this person, this is all part of their personal journey. They need to find balance in themselves. They need to find balance in, to put it simply, what it looks like to me, and I say this because we've got this fire sign here, this King of Wands. We've got this arrogance. And this person, I feel like their arrogance has been masking their insecurities. So they want to act like, I do things my way, I make my decisions, even though that maybe the truth is they haven't felt real confident, and they know that the things that they said they were going to do, you would immediately maybe say, wait, what? That's not a good idea. And that was like, they knew that you were right, but it was also equally as offensive that you would tell them but that's not going to work. So then they buckle down and they say, no, I'm totally going to do this now. It's a little like that. So it seems like we just kept creating conflict and I feel like this person, even if they did listen to you and you were right, they resented it. And even if you were saying it out of love, they only heard it out of, I don't know, it's like the ego couldn't hear it. I just keep feeling like this person, they needed to sort things out inside of themselves, and you represent the other half of themselves that they need to reconcile with. You're like an external manifestation of the other side of themselves deep inside, the side of themselves that if they could just quit fighting it, they would see that they have really great counsel. They do make really great decisions, but they seem to always push away the good decisions and go toward maybe the easier route, or go toward the egocentric route or something like that. And yet we are having this change of heart now. We're having a change of heart where someone is starting to recognize who you are to them. You've wanted to hold their hand all along, but I feel like that's just it. Have you ever like walked with a kid and the kid they want to not hold your hand. So you're holding theirs, but they're not holding yours. And they're, and they're kind of like pulling back and they're grumpy and all of that. I feel like it's been like that in this relationship. And now the energy is shifting, even though we don't quite know how yet. This person doesn't quite know how. How do I fix this? I feel like they're kind of you may see them become like a mushy meltdown, snot running kind of crying thing that could be very unexpected, because this is a lack of emotional control. And they might have been pretty icy up until now. I feel like this person is having a major awakening, and it is going to possibly throw everything into like an unexpected conversation, an unexpected emotional I want to say exploring their emotions in a way that you are possibly going to be very shocked that this person is like melting down in front of you, or like crying or telling you what they want, and that they're tired of fighting them. They're tired of fighting you, but they're more than anything, I think they're tired of fighting themselves, and they're tired of fighting the higher power of what this connection is really made of. So that's what I've got for you guys. I'm sorry this got so long. Take good care of yourselves. If this is your story, I wish you nothing but the best always. If it did resonate with you, please do give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you guys for being a part of my world. If it did not resonate with you, please just release it for someone else. Mwah. Bye.